Open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and I welcome you to join me in our discussions this afternoon. No guests in the studio. We will share with you some recent government press releases, one coming from the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure, and another one coming from the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. Phone lines are open. Toll-free number 1-800-534-8255, provided courtesy of Flo. Other landline numbers 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp 925-3261. So this is a press release just issued around about 12, after a little bit after 12:15 p.m. Applications for backyard garden program have closed. Applications have closed. That means that the appeal was overwhelming. Really, that is good. So the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure is pleased to announce the official closure of applications for the Backyard Garden Program Pilot Initiative, a new community-driven effort aimed at increasing household-level food security and sustainable gardening across the Cayman Islands. This pilot initiative, delivered in partnership with the Department of Agriculture, offers participating households free grow boxes, soil, seeds, and basic guidance to support the start of their own home gardens. The program welcomed applications from a wide range of Caymanians and permanent residents. So we included permanent residents in it, including retirees, families, urban dwellers, and sustainability-minded youth. We are thrilled with the overwhelming public response, which highlights a strong appetite for accessible and sustainable agricultural initiatives. All applicants will be contacted in the coming weeks regarding the next steps in the program. Those who were unable to apply or are not selected during this round are encouraged to stay engaged. This is only the beginning. We look forward to expanding the program in the future and continuing our mission to build a more food-resilient Cayman. We thank the public for their enthusiastic participation and commitment to sustainable living. If you want more information, you can visit gov.ky/PAHI, or you can contact the Department of Agriculture at agriculture@gov.ky as well. So, the applications process, it is closed. I believe it was scheduled to run until the 31st of this month, till the end of this month. But as we have now learned, that the uptake was swift. And I'm a little bit surprised, though, that it was also offered to permanent residents. At this stage, that it's offered to permanent residents, because those persons are one step, some of them 2 steps away from Caymanian status as well. But like I said, a little bit surprised that it was offered to permanent residents. Let's see how it goes. One of our listeners, they're curious to know that about another pilot project that started, and that had to do with the Prospect and Red Bay area with the specialized garbage containers. Where is that initiative now as well? I'll try to see if I can Google that and see what it obtains in relation to that pilot program. But if someone from the ministry or the department, if they're listening and they can provide us with some information in that regard, I would be more than happy to receive that and to share that information with our guests here on Talk Today as well. Meanwhile, I did receive one response in relation to the Jobs Cayman portal, and it had to do with the removal of someone's name from the website. So I did receive, like I said, a reply on that. So I was advised that it was looked into. That is the comment on Radio Cayman page during the show when Miss Tanya Ebanks was in the studio with us last Friday about the work portal. At that time, the comment insinuated that work had deleted a person's account or profile. Work advised that persons who held accounts on the work jobs portal but had not logged in for a long period of time, over 18 months, then those persons who had not logged in for a long period of time did not make the transition when the portal was moved to a new back-end system. So if you hadn't logged on for a long period of time, anywhere around 18 months, then you weren't moved over to the new system. Customers were notified of this transition when that it was coming. Work also notes that persons can register and create a new account with no restrictions if they found that their account no longer exists. So if you had an account on the jobs website, Works Jobs website, and you are no longer there because of the fact that you hadn't accessed the system in quite a while, and as a result of that, when they move over to a new back-end system, your details did not move across with it, you can now register, and create a new account with no restrictions if you found that your account no longer exists. With that, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today will be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning.
Ouch!
When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Hey, Bobo, TD, cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 57th anniversary by giving us the gifts, about 10 of them. Because they got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I go and book my flights now to go Galawantan this month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you there directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 11th. Other conditions apply. Book on CaymanAirways.com, our new mobile app, or call us on 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 57 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. I am your guest host, sharing some press releases with you. This one actually came out yesterday, Thursday. Name change for National Heroes Day Awards. And you would have, of course, heard either Miss Carsla Fuller or Miss April Cummings or one of her news persons share the details of this press release with you as well. But to ensure that it gets across, it is worth repeating. So, awards presented to Caymanians as part of the National Heroes Day ceremony will now be officially known as the National Recognition Awards. The name change, approved by the Cabinet, aims to distinguish award recipients from those individuals bestowed with the title of National Hero. I will pause there for a second, and I really don't believe that at this point in time that any Caymanian is unable to differentiate, getting a tongue tied there, differentiate between a national hero who's a national hero and receiving an award on National Heroes Day as well. But be it as it may, that's the reason given for the official change. The aim, it aims to distinguish award recipients from those individuals bestowed with the title of National Hero. I'd like to get someone's viewpoint on that. Held annually in January, the National Heroes Day ceremony is designed to recognize individuals and groups for outstanding contributions to nation building. In preparation for the 2026 staging, the National Recognition Awards Committee convened its first meeting earlier this month to discuss the upcoming theme, which will be physical infrastructure. You know me, I got to be critical. And I hope that the theme is going to be more than physical infrastructure, that we will have an extended phrase that goes along with physical infrastructure. Maybe something like physical infrastructure, where we were, where we are, where we're going, or something of that nature. But just 2 words, physical infrastructure, I don't know. I may not be the ministry or the department's favorite person after these criticisms, but I have to be as honest as I possibly can be, and maybe it's more to come, but right now, the theme will be physical infrastructure. Maybe what they meant was the overall theme will be physical infrastructure, and it will be broken down otherwise. I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt. Expressing his enthusiasm for the event, Minister for Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage, Honorable Isaac Rankin, stated, "National," and I quote, "National Heroes Day is an opportunity to reflect on our country's progress and honor the incredible contributions of our people. The holiday recognizes the honors our 14 national heroes and honors our 14 national heroes and celebrates the achievements of people who have made significant contributions to the development of our physical environment," he added. "I am looking forward to celebrating the trailblazers who have built some of Cayman's most impactful and historic infrastructures." Okay, so that adds a little bit to the theme. Premier Honorable Andre Ebanks shared similar sentiments, noting, and I quote, "The theme will allow us to honor the visionaries whose contributions have created the foundation of modern Cayman Islands. I would like to express my appreciation to the committee members who will guide this selection process. Their dedication will ensure that we identify and recognize those individuals whose work in responsibly developing our physical infrastructure has made a lasting impact on our community. I encourage all residents to participate in the upcoming nomination process and help us honor these deserving contributors to our country's strong infrastructure. The National Recognition Awards Committee was selected by Cabinet and consists of one representative from each district and the sister islands, as well as a cross-section of government departments and agencies. District members include Archie Whitaker, Carl Brown, Marie Martin, Danny Carson Ebanks, Shirley Lolita Borden, and Kendall Connor. Other representatives are from the Ministry of Infrastructure, Department of Public Works, Utility, Regulation and Competition Office of the Cayman Islands, Cabinet Office, Department of Communications, and the Cayman Islands National Archive. The Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture and Heritage, which is leading the selection process, announced that the criteria and nomination process will be published in the coming weeks. The public is encouraged to nominate individuals and groups for consideration for the awards. Just want to also place an asterisk on something. I read in one of the Bermuda newspaper, Royal Gazette, that they have not selected a national hero this time around, simply because those persons who were nominated, no one met the criteria that had been set for that. So they will not be announcing a national hero this year as well. With that, we do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Orrett Connor.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, well, concerning the report that was made concerning our young people, the increase in mental health with our young people.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe? What do you believe is the cause of that?
Well, what we heard from the experts, and not necessarily what I believe, because I'm not an expert in the area, but what we heard from the expert is could be a multitude of things that are causing mental health issues. Could be a combination of things. Could be one thing. Many things. In some instances, family pressures, financial pressures, job pressures, school pressures, peer pressures, lots of things.
Okay. Well, my belief is the cost of living.
Okay. You see that as one of them, as the only one?
One of them.
Okay.
I believe that our young people are seeing the stress that their parents are going through when it comes to the cost of living. Just being able to pay all the bills and to take care of them also.
Mm-hmm.
Our young people, as the Bible says, our young people are wiser, but they're weaker, which means they're not able to handle stress that we are able to as adults. And when our young people see the stress that their parents are going through, it hurts our young people worse than it's hurting their parents. Especially our young people will keep it to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it worse. And when it comes to stress, depression, and anxiety, if the government does not find the solutions to the cost of living in the Cayman Islands, the cost of living is going to be the downfall of our young people. Because if they see that their parents are feeling hopeless concerning their own futures and the future of their children, this is going to make our young people feel hopeless concerning their futures also.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have those who may be in families who are not struggling financially, but are having some serious spiritual problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so important that you help your children to find God, to find Jesus Christ, to know their will for your life, to have a personal relationship with them. That all these concerns that we may have as human beings here on this earth, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Jesus Christ and God Almighty will bless us with, will help us to make it through all these concerns. That's why it's very important for parents to take their children to church from a young age, where they're able to attend Sunday school, and from a very young age, having a relationship with Jesus Christ and God Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
Because doctors can give our young people medication to help them with certain illnesses that they may have when it comes to stress, depression, and anxiety. But these medications will only continue if the spiritual part of our young people is not taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Because stress, depression, and anxiety, they're all demons.
Mm-hmm. Caller, would it help if we all realize at the end of the day that our time is limited on this earth? Limited period of time. So we try to make the best of it that we can, because I believe a lot of people sometimes people put stress on themselves in terms of their daily lives because they are of the view and of the belief that they are here forever.
Yes, Mr. Connor, that is true. But when you invite Jesus Christ into your life, all these demons,
mm-hmm.
and all these concerns will not control you the way that they do without having Jesus Christ in your life. Okay. And I've proved that myself personally. And as you're speaking about concerning time here on this earth, these are the last days. Because a year now is like a month. A month is like a week. A week is like a day. A day is like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
An hour is like a minute. A minute is like a second. So when you look at having 15 years more to live here on this earth, it's like 15 months. But when it comes to putting individuals into the assembly building to take care of problems that we have, and they have the power to take care of these problems, and they don't, then we are in serious problem.
Okay, caller, thank you. Thank you very much. We have gone beyond our commercial break. Thank you. We have another caller on hold. When we return, we will take that caller. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
There's something new at Subway. Indulge your taste buds with our new barbecue pork rib sandwich tender. Smoky pork ribs smothered in sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, built just the way you like it. It's bold, rich, and seriously satisfying. But hurry, it's here for a limited time only. Order now on the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick in-store pickup or get it delivered with Bento or Let's Eat. The all-new barbecue pork rib sandwich, only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
Yummy.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Storms bring wind, rain, and unexpected costs to buy supplies, secure your home, or make minor repairs. Incidental expenses not covered by insurance. Until now, with Cineco's parametric coverage, you get automatic payouts within 2 to 3 weeks of a Category 3 or stronger hurricane, whether or not you have damage. Available only through Cineco's homeowners insurance. Visit cineco.ky to get a quote today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
This summer, Cayman is growing something special. The Backyard Garden Program is here, bringing free grow boxes, seeds, and soil right to your doorstep.
Whether you've got a backyard, a porch, or a balcony, any space can be a space to grow. Food security starts with your first plant.
Apply today. Let's grow healthier, greener Cayman together.
Visit gov.ky/PAHI or contact the Department of Agriculture to learn more.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. 8 minutes before we go to our headline news and 2 callers on hold. First caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm not good. I'm not going to take up your 8 minutes. I'm short and sweet. I just want to find out how many barber shops are on Eastern Avenue between Thompson Shipping and Miss Tit Mean Road.
Yeah, I know. I know at least about 5 or 6 locations, easily.
About 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why they have to have so many barber stores on Eastern Avenue? I mean, every corner, every right, every left, there is a barber store. Why is work giving these people permission to open all these barber stores? Can you tell me how much money they're making, how much hair they're cutting, how much they're getting a shave? How do they maintain these buildings? How do they pay for their products that they use? How much is paying for rent? I mean, are they making that kind of money that there's like 10 or 12 or even 15 barber stores on Eastern Avenue between Thompson Shipping or let's say Dixie, if anyone don't know. Because we have to go back to the and Thomas Theater.
Yep.
So I'm going to go back there. So it is too many and it has to stop. I mean, everywhere. How many bar rooms? Bar rooms are next to churches now. Who is approving this? For every bar room, there is a church, 2 bar rooms to 1 church. We have to stop this. I mean, we're only serving one God. So why do we have to have so many churches in this island, so many bar rooms? Something has to stop. This is not the little Cayman that you and I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to take it and we have to see. I don't know who is given approval to get these things to say, okay, you can do it. We have to stop. We don't have that many heads that they have to trim, how many beards they have to shave. We don't have it. They can go into the beauty salon and get their hair trimmed. They can get a shave. We need to put a control on these barber shops. They're not only cutting hair and shaving. They're doing a lot of other stuff, and no one is observing what is going on. It has to stop.
Caller, I agree with you, and I sort of sense that you were asking a rhetorical question because you knew exactly what's going on. When you open those doors, how many people are actually sitting there getting a haircut? It was gratifying to know, and I won't call the name, but there was one that was located on Eastern Avenue that the landlords decided not to renew the lease on that property. And I was happy to see that done because there was little or no hair cutting being done there.
Thank you. You see, these places are open just to say they have a business, but the business is not conducted by the name that they're going by.
Mm-hmm.
If you say you're doing
It's
a barber shop, as you said, you observe and you see there's not many people in there. So what are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, immigration, enforcement, and another thing, people are still selling food into their car trunks. Where is the people that have to be watching these people? You and I and many others can see people still selling food into their car trunk. We have to pay for a trade and business license to do a business and conduct a business. So why are they making people still sell food? I mean, you know how much dust gets into your car trunk when you're opening up or even driving? Come on. Something has got to be done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. I'm going to try to grab the other caller before we go to our headline news at 1 o'clock. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. What's up, caller?
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, I'm grateful. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I'll tell you what the people say. I'm taking my licks and rolling with a pencil. and lately I've been taking a lot of licks.
Oh.
But anyway, Mr. Connor, I would like to go back to something that you said before the calls.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch the very first part, so you can help me out here.
Will do.
Are they going to change Heroes Day's name or just the function that they have out there?
I think we will still have the National Heroes Day award ceremony, but it seems, and just bear with me here very quickly, let me make sure that I can find...
But I mean, the actual name, the holiday name, won't change.
No, it will still be. It will still be called National Heroes Day. Yes, it will still be called that. Yeah.
Okay. So you've answered my question, and so I have a little comment on that, probably a 3-part comment. But anyway, I agree. Heroes Day, the name should be kept. However, when there is not a new hero being named or whatever, then yes, they could change.
Yeah, it will do. The awards will be changed. So it says awards presented to Caymanians as part of the National Heroes Day ceremony will now be officially known as the National Recognition Awards. So it's just the awards.
Yeah, but again, I don't think you needed to change any name there, because what Heroes Day should be is to celebrate and recognize the national heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you're going to give awards, everybody know, well, this is some special award that's being given. Anyway, be that as it may, you also read something from the Bermuda Royal Gazette. And I couldn't agree with them more, because with no disrespect to anyone in Cayman that has been given the title of national hero, I have said, and I will continue to say and believe, that we don't have a standard or a criteria for this recognition.
I believe we do.
Well, let me just say, I don't think it meets the criteria. Okay. That the other islands and other countries have used. I'm going to use Jamaica as an example. Look at the size of Jamaica. Look at Jamaica's history. And they will have 7 national heroes. They have been trying to get 2 more in for a very long time. And that has not been done. And the two that haven't gotten in yet far surpasses many that we have. And for an island as small as us, I've even lost count of how many we have now. What is it, 14?
14.
Okay. So I think that to me is what should have been studied and revised. Because what you just said about what Bermuda did, I totally agree with them. They didn't meet the criteria. Now, we don't know what the people had, but obviously their criteria probably is on par with the other islands that have named national heroes. So that is something I would like to see them take a strong look at and put it in perspective, you know?
Yep.
And I say again, with no disrespect to anyone that has gotten it already. I could very well argue that my contributions to my country warrants me being a national hero. But I wouldn't say that. And considering what I know a national hero is, or what you've had to have done to get that, mine wouldn't measure up. So
thank you.
I just think it's something that it's almost looking like we're handing out lollipops.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. And there are many who believe that national heroes is an award that should be given posthumously rather than while the person is still alive as well, which makes a whole lot of sense, even though they are unable to enjoy it. Then, folks, top of the hour, our 1 o'clock news. When we return, the phone lines will remain open. Please stay tuned. Talk Today will be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
I'm April Cummings with your latest headlines. The Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing and Infrastructure says the public response to the Backyard Garden Program pilot initiative has been overwhelming, and as a result, they've had to stop accepting applications for now. The initiative, developed in partnership with the Department of Agriculture, offered participating households free grow boxes along with soil, seeds, and basic guidance to support the start of their own home gardens. There are plans to expand the program in the future. In international headlines, the U.S. Justice Department has subpoenaed New York Attorney General Letitia James. It is part of an investigation into whether she violated President Donald Trump's civil rights. This is according to people familiar with the matter. The Associated Press says the subpoenas sought records related to a lawsuit James filed against Trump over alleged fraud in his personal business dealings, and a lawsuit involved in the National Rifle Association. The AP says this is according to one of the people. Another person confirmed the subpoenas are related to a civil rights investigation. Neither could publicly discuss details of the investigation and spoke to AP on the condition of anonymity. Israel today says it will intensify its 22-month war with Hamas by taking over Gaza City, drawing a dismissal from the militant group and renewed international calls to end the conflict, while stirring fears for Palestinian civilians and Israeli hostages still held in Gaza. The ground and air war has killed tens of thousands of people in Gaza. The timing of another major ground operation is unclear. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask?
Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your Sister Islands.
Discover all that our Sister Islands have to offer.
Did you know ordering your favorite sandwich from Subway just got easier? Yeah, picture this. No more waiting in line. No more fussing with cash. Just the delicious taste of Subway at your fingertips. With our new app, ordering your go-to sub is as easy as a few taps on your phone. Plus, receive exclusive deals and earn loyalty points with every purchase made on the app. Download the new Subway app today and get ready to ditch the lines and drive straight into your flavor. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store on your mobile phone and search for Subway Cayman Islands. Subway. Eat fresh.
In the spring and summer of 1978, U.S.-based regional air carrier Red Carpet Airlines was operating non-stop service twice a week between Cayman Brac and the St. Petersburg Clearwater International Airport in Florida, as well as inter-island flights non-stop between Cayman Brac and Grand Cayman, 5 days a week, with both services being flown with twin-engine Convair 440 prop aircraft. By the summer of 1980, Red Carpet was operating direct one-stop service twice a week between Cayman Brac and Tampa International Airport, via a stop at Grand Cayman. By the spring of 1982, Red Carpet's successor AeroSun International was continuing to operate Convair 440 service between Cayman Brac and Tampa and Grand Cayman.
Hey, Bobo, TD, cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 57th anniversary by giving us the gifts, about 10 of them, because they got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I going to book my flights now to go gallivanting this month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 11th. Other conditions apply. Book on CaymanAirways.com, our new mobile app, or call us on 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 57 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. One of our listeners has written and said, "Good afternoon, Mr. OC. Our parliamentarians are in the positions they are in, not to carry us to heaven, but to keep us from hell. So I still wonder, why are some of them leading our people into the pits of hell because we are living in this comfort?" Well, what I'm going to share with you also is some of the things that our cabinet has been doing, and some of the decisions made in cabinet by sharing the post-meeting summary of cabinet meeting that was held on the 23rd of July of this year. I will do that when time permits. Meanwhile, we do have a caller, so we're going to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. O.C.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Oh, boy, I tell you, not as good as you, Mr. O.C.
I don't know about that, but I'm doing okay. I won't complain. Refuse to complain.
I'm sure I don't have the many years that you have, so I'm not as good as you. Mr. O.C., you know what the gentleman was saying about, I can't comment on everything, but what he was saying about the little children observing the difficulties that the parents got to face financially and all that. I mean, I understand that to a certain degree. Mr. O.C., you know, I can tell you, as a person who lost a lot in life, and when you're not accustomed to living a certain type of way, and you lose so much in life, you know, so much was taken away from you, and it seems like it doesn't stop. That does some bad things to you, know, Mr. O.C.
Mm-hmm.
And I am pretty sure it messes with your mind. And like for example, I mean, I can imagine certain people living a particular lifestyle, a wonderful lifestyle, loses everything, whether through the bank or whatever it was. Mine wasn't through the bank, but I lost a lot. And reality hits you, and it's like, is this real how I'm living? I can't believe this. And then you go on and on and on. I mean, it happens. I can just imagine how a lot of other people feel. That's why I like to say things on the radio, trying to speak for the homeless and certain people who need help, because, Ms. O.C., I understand what a lot of people are going through. And some people cannot handle it. You know, some people can't handle it. You got some people can handle it. Some people can handle that lifestyle change where they adjust and they got a strong mind and they're able to even advise other people, you know, be a listening ear and an advisor to some who face it these days, because it's a terrible thing. I mean, you imagine somebody living like a prince all their life, and all of a sudden, all that's shattered. They lose everything in life. I mean, how do you adjust to that? How do you face people?
Well, some people are able to, some are unable to. We're not all built the same way.
Right. Well, it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, Mr. O.C., and I know what it is to lose a lot in life.
Really sorry to hear that, and I trust that if you're unable to deal with it, then you will seek the assistance that allows you to and will guide you as to how, you know, to deal with that loss, whatever it may be. Caller, I'm going to ask you, to leave us there. I believe we have another caller if we haven't lost that caller. But yes, thank you very much, caller. One of our listeners who previously called in shared an additional thought with us, and because of our need to go to the news, we weren't able to really conclude the conversation. So the person says, continuing with my comments, I agree with you. A National Hero Award is given or should be given posthumously. If a living person is recognized, then they should be, they're a national treasure if they meet the criteria. So, and you heard me refer to the Bermuda situation, so I'll share this with you. National Heroes Day 2025, recognizing legacy and community. So, not one word. Recognize, they use the phrase, recognizing legacy and community. So the minister, the Honorable Owen K. Darrell, who's the Minister for Tourism and Transport, Culture and Sports, said to the Parliament through the Speaker, June is the time when we pause to honor our national heroes, those exceptional individuals whose courage, vision, and service have helped shape the Bermuda we know today. Mr. Speaker, being named a national hero is not just a ceremonial title. It reflects a legacy of courage, integrity, service, and vision. Our national heroes represent the best of us. They have enriched the lives of others, improved the quality of life in Bermuda, and demonstrated a lasting commitment to the progress of our island. Mr. Speaker, by honoring their lives, we celebrate the values that define us as Bermudians: dedication to community, strength of character, love of country, and a deep belief in justice and fairness. To know our heroes is to know ourselves, our collective history, our identity, and the qualities that make Bermuda strong. They show us what is possible when passion meets purpose, and remind us of our shared responsibility to build a better society. Mr. Speaker, National Heroes Day is a time for reflection, honor, and gratitude. This year, we reaffirm our commitment to recognizing the 8 extraordinary Bermudians who have already been named as national heroes. Their stories continue to guide and inspire us. Mr. Speaker, the Naming and Recognition Committee under the National Heroes Act 2024 is a diverse committee of various sectors to ensure the selection process and the decision is fair and transparent. The members were selected in accordance with the statutory requirements, including representation from the public and the opposition. The committee unanimously concluded that none of the nominated individuals met the threshold of exceptional and outstanding service to Bermuda required under Section 4, subsection 1 of the Act. A letter dated the 27th of May 2025 was submitted to me stating, following careful review and discussion, the committee has reached its recommendation. While we deeply respect the accomplishments of the nominees, it is the committee's view that a new national hero is a profound honor reserved for individuals whose impact is not only exceptional, but larger than life. After a comprehensive assessment of the 25 individuals nominated, the committee concluded that none fully meet this threshold at this time. However, Mr. Speaker, the decision not to name a new national hero at this time does not preclude the use of alternative forms of recognition for individuals whose contributions are significant but do not meet the statutory threshold. The committee has determined to reconvene to consider suggestions for such recognition based on the nominations received, and the ministry will consider these options through the appropriate channels. I extend my sincere thanks to those who submitted nominations, many of which recognize the legacy of deceased Bermudans whose contributions shaped the life of our island. I also wish to thank the Naming and Recognition Committee for their careful and committed work in reviewing each submission and stewarding this meaningful process with integrity. Mr. Speaker, under the National Heroes Act 2024, the public nominations process now takes place once every 10 years, folks. So in Bermuda, it takes place once every 10 years. That process began in late 2024 and will not reopen until 2034. While some may be disappointed that a new hero is not being named this year, this approach reflects a deliberate effort to ensure that such a high national honor is bestowed with the greatest care, reflection, and public consensus. The decision not to name a new hero at this time was guided by the committee's rigorous review process and the need to maintain the integrity, consistency, and significance of the title. Mr. Speaker, this honor is reserved for those whose impact on Bermuda is profound, enduring, and widely recognized. The 10-year cycle allows us the necessary time to assess legacy in full, to educate and engage the public in a thoughtful manner, and to safeguard the standing of those who carry this title on behalf of the nation. Mr. Speaker, the 8 individuals who have been formally recognized as national heroes to date embody the highest ideals of service, leadership, and legacy in Bermuda. And their names are Dane Lewis Brown Evans, a real trailblazer in politics and also in law in Bermuda. Dr. Edgar Fitzgerald Gordon, Dr. Palu, I don't even know, Kamara Kafego, Sir Henry Tucker, of course, Tucker Town is named after him in Bermuda. Mary Prince, she, was Bermuda's Florence Nightingale of sorts. Gladys Morrell, Sir Edward Trenton Richards, and Sir John W. Swan. And he goes on to talk more about this, but I just wanted to demonstrate what occurred in Bermuda. And of course, they select a national hero every 10 years, or they go through the process. In this particular case, none was selected, and it didn't seem so far, based on the feedback, that anyone was really dissatisfied or voiced any dissatisfaction, with that as well. I believe we do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, ma'am.
Again. Mr. Connor, I don't usually do this, but well, obviously due to time constraints, I didn't have enough time to say what else I would have liked to say. But surprisingly, I had a lot of comments roll in. And I'll start with this one. Something that you didn't understand what I was trying to say to you, and that they felt I should call back to verify that, whether you were understanding what I was, what my comment was. And if not, then, perhaps I'd get a bit more time to do that. And then there were comments, which I'm going to say I agree thoroughly with this one, that civil servants should not be recognized as national heroes because that's a job that they're being paid to do. So in other words, because you did a great job as a civil servant, that's not a qualification. So, and again, I'm really glad you read that article out, because I'm going to reiterate. I think what needs to be looked at is the standards, the criteria, and there was a word that they were using. I'm sorry, it escapes me now. Anyway, that would qualify one to be a national hero. I also agree with their time on it. Instead of every year, they didn't even do every 5 years. They did every 10 years. And in my mind, when I think of a national hero, let me say this first. There were also comments that said that these things are being given out so freely because they don't understand what a hero is, much as a national hero. I could say, and I will say, I do agree with that as well. That's why it's being given out so freely. And as I said, this is with no disrespect to anyone that it has been given to, but maybe moving forward, they could have a look at it and understand what a national hero is. And these people have shed blood. They have done things that the ordinary person has not done and would not do. And it is always given posthumously. And as I said, if you want to recognize a living person, that's a national treasure or a national icon. So perhaps they may want to research and educate themselves on what is a national hero and make that honor be in line with what it should be. Okay?
Okay.
So you can verify whether you misunderstood me or not, because in the beginning, because some seem to think that you did.
Okay, and just sort of refresh my memory in terms of what you said in the beginning.
But I did ask you, because I had missed the very first part.
Right.
Saying, and I was asking if they were changing, the name of the day, or whether the name of the ceremony, And while we're on the word ceremony, I couldn't commend Bermuda more for or educating those that this is not a ceremonial bestowment. This is heroic. I mean, when we think of the Paul Vogels, the Marcus Garveys, Nanny, Queen of the Maroons, and those people, that is what qualifies you. That is the standard we need to be setting. I'm not saying with bloodshed, we don't want that, but something at that level, and consider it at that level. And also do what Bermuda has done. Do it either every 5 years or every 10 years.
But what if we don't have persons? For instance, we never really had a real active labor union here on at all. So we didn't have the Bustamantes and stuff like that came up through that. The one person that many feel, Long Celia, we don't still know enough about her that she could be named as a national hero. So we may have to recognize our national heroes in other accomplishments. For instance, I keep wondering why our national hero now, Miss Leila Ross Shire, was not nominated years ago, because almost every day in the Cayman Islands somewhere, our national song is played.
Well, I'm going to reserve my comments on that because I don't want this to come across as politically biased. But I think you and I can both figure out why that wasn't done a long time ago. And I again, I'm going to say this with no disrespect to anyone that has now received it. In my opinion, there are only two people that have received that I think earned it. Okay? You just called one of the names, and I'm going to call the other name, which is our national hero, Ormond Panton. Because what he did and what he tried to do,
and what he endured,
measure.
Yep.
And let me I'm not even going to say remind, but educate all the Caymanians that travel on that waiver. Enjoy the pleasure of not having to go to the embassy and stand up like cattle to get a visa, but can travel on that waiver. I wonder how many of them know how they have that privilege. I bet you if you ask for a show of hands, maybe only if you had much older people there, you may get one hand up. They don't even know.
Yep.
So maybe that is something that the Caymanians could be educated about as part of Mr. Ormond's fight, accomplishments for his country and its people. And stop listening and read. And stop listening to the myths about what this one did that saved us and this and that. I'm so nauseated by it. Honestly, it sickens me. And I'm going to say again, because I got a couple of dead horses, I still got flogged. So I hope Minister J is listening, because 2-1 belong him. Anyway, I keep saying, where that glass house is, the building cannot be used anymore. Obviously, Mr. Ormond's property is now occupied. So where the glass house is, with its proximity to Mr. Ormond's former property, I guess I should say, that glass house should be knocked down. That property should be preserved as a national park, named after Mr. Ormond, with benches on it, with his nameplate on the benches, and anything that is erected there should have his name on it.
Okay.
And a nice statue of him should be standing out there.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if they need help with it, I would be willing to lead the pack on that.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much for that. Have to go to a commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
It's a sizzling summer with Jan Money. You can win a luxury weekend getaway for two when you send or receive money from now until September 30, 2025. That's right. We're turning up the heat this summer with Jan Money. Visit www.janmoneyonline.com to learn more about how to win. What are you waiting for? Send, win, relax this summer with Jan Money.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Storms bring wind, rain, and unexpected costs to buy supplies, secure your home, or make minor repairs. Incidental expenses not covered by insurance. Until now, with Cineco's parametric coverage, you get automatic payouts within 2 to 3 weeks of a Category 3 or stronger hurricane, whether or not you have damage. Available only through Cineco's homeowners insurance. Visit Cineco.ky to get a quote today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. So I found something on the government website, draft criteria for Heroes Day nominations. So the 2025 theme, celebrating the icons of business and entrepreneurship, a tribute to Caymanian business ingenuity, creativity, successes, hard work, innovation, and leadership. I don't see a date for this yet, but anyway. So 1, legacy builders, early pioneers, to be selected for that category. And then it tells you that an individual, for him to be selected, they had to have founded or operated a new and innovative, first of its kind business in the Cayman Islands. Business must have contributed significantly to the local economy, community, or culture over the last 20 years, demonstrated leadership in building the foundation of an enduring Caymanian business culture, helping to set standards for the future. Nominee who builds an enduring Caymanian business culture must have set high standards of business practices that are widely recognized and adopted by other local businesses, should have been a role model for future generations of Caymanian entrepreneurs by leading with integrity, community focus, and innovation. And let me remind you, folks, this is last year's theme. So those were the draft criteria at that point in time. The person should have created a business that didn't just thrive for a short period, but contributed to the long-term development of the local economy, culture, and society, and was that future business can learn from and build upon. There's a little grammatical error there, or typo. The business should have been operated as a business that incorporated and helped to sustain Caymanian culture. It goes on to explain about what the legacy builders were. Then we had the modern visionaries and pioneers, innovative impacts, and everything else. I'll have to look to see what we can find on national criteria for national heroes, if I can find that. Meanwhile, one of our listeners has asked the question, will district councils ever be introduced? Based on what most, if not all, of the candidates in the past election said, they all were for it, so hopefully it'll come. And they also say, and revise the one person, one vote system that most do not want? Or will we wait till election season to complain about it? Most of you know, if you haven't heard already, my view in terms of one person, one vote. We need to retain that concept, one person, one vote. Now, whether or not you get to vote for more individuals using an at-large system, then that's another story. But the Cayman Islands should not and cannot go back to that system where there's not an equality of votes in every district. So you had some districts where one person, you could only vote for one. You had some that you could vote for 3, some you could vote for 4, some that you could vote for 5. That system was not a fair, not an equitable system, and we should not and cannot go back to that system. So, talking about other things that our legislators, and in particular our cabinet, has been doing, and I believe this was shared on the news as well. So in a meeting convened by Cabinet on the 23rd of July 2025, Cabinet Conference Room Government Administration Building, the Honorable G. Wayne Patton acted as Minister for Caymanian Employment and Immigration. Honorable Julie Hunter acted for Minister of District Administration and Home Affairs. Mr. Strand Borden acted as Deputy Governor, and Ms. Reshma Sharma acted as Attorney General. All other ministers and members of Cabinet were present. So, Cabinet approved the adoption of, and many of you have been asking about this, so here it is. Cabinet approved the adoption of policy position in view of the referendum result that rejected development cruise berthing infrastructure and referred the following matters to the Law Reform Commission. Those matters that were referred to the Law Reform Commission are the introduction of, the introduction of a national lottery. I hope I can find that again. The introduction of a national lottery, amongst other things. Trying to find it, folks. I don't know how I lost it on the iPad. The decriminalization of the consumption and possession of small amounts of cannabis. I'm going to repeat that. The decriminalization of consumption and possession of small amounts of cannabis. Nothing about growing. Right? Also approved the definition of criminal conduct in the proceeds of Crime Act 2024 revision and the introduction of a comprehensive referendum framework. So we're looking to have a comprehensive referendum framework as well. All of those have been referred to the Law Reform Commission. Cabinet on that date also approved the finalization of the drafting of a merchant shipping supplementary fund regulations 2025. They approved the issuance of drafting instructions to create a legislative framework for foreign legal persons. Ooh, that's an interesting one. They approved the issuance of drafting instructions to amend the Beneficial Ownership Transparency Act 2023 and the Beneficial Ownership Transparency Regulations 2024. I have no doubt that this has to do with our international obligations and making sure that we stay off the grey list, the black list, and all of those other lists. The Cabinet also approved the Employee Performance Management Program of the Cayman Islands Stock Exchange in accordance with Section 48, subsection 4 of the Public Authorities Act revision. Employee Performance Management Program. Does that include salary increases in any way? I don't know. Just asking. Cabinet also reviewed and noted the Ministry of Sustainability and Climate Resilience annual report for the year ended the 31st of December 2024 and authorized the Honorable Minister of Health, Environment and Sustainability to table the annual report in Parliament. Cabinet in July also approved the appointment of Mr. Darrell Rankin as chair, Mr. Robert Lewis as deputy chair of the National Sports Commission. So National Sports Commission now has Mr. Darrell Rankin as the chair and Mr. Robert Lewis as the deputy chair. Cabinet also approved the issuance of drafting instructions to advance legislative amendments to the Notaries Public Act 2023 revision. Cabinet also approved the appointment of Ms. Deborah Ebanks as deputy chair and Mark Campbell as member, and the reappointment of Michelle Sampson as member and Michael Anderson as co-opted member of the Pharmacy Council. So Ms. Deborah Ebanks, deputy chair, Mark Campbell, member, Michelle Sampson as a member, and Michael Anderson as a co-opted member of the Pharmacy Council. Cabinet approved the establishment of the Poinciana Mental Health Advisory Council and the appointment of Dr. Mark Lockhart as chair, Marcia Mullins Thompson as member, Dr. Omotayo Bernard as member, Peter Goddard as member, Ken Figueroa as member, Jennifer Weber as member, Rael Roberts as member, and Rashana Hydes as member. Cabinet approved the terms and conditions of the offer from CIBC, Caribbean Bank, Cayman Limited, to provide a 15-year amortized loan facility to the Cayman Islands government for $150 million. That's an interesting one. It'd be good to know what brought that about, and what my question would be: did we exhaust the previous loan that had been received? Was that $350 million or something like that? Was that all of those monies already exhausted? My question. Cabinet also approved the reappointment of Ashlyn Gubal-Ebanks as Secretary to the Adoption Board in accordance with Section 3, subsection 7A of the Adoption of Children Act 2021 revision. In relation to the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, Cabinet accepted the resignation of Jason Webster as Executive Secretary and approved the appointment of Gina Lawrence as Executive Secretary. Yes. Hey, nothing wrong with executive secretaries and stuff like that, Mr. Jason Webster, upcoming shining star in the civil service, and he can do some serious work. Quite capable, as well. So this gives him more flexibility, I would say. In relation to the Council of Older Persons, Cabinet accepted the resignation of Mr. Jason Webster again as Executive Secretary and approved the appointment of Danielle Hemming as Executive Secretary. Cabinet also approved the drafting instructions to amend the personnel regulations to streamline and modernize disciplinary processes within the civil service. I am sure that many will welcome that. Cabinet also noted the Department of Workforce Opportunity and Residence Cayman Islands Compliance Report, administrative fines and levies for the quarter 2025. And all of this was published on Thursday, the 7th of August. So only yesterday this came out. So lots of decisions made by Cabinet. We're going to make a decision right now as well because we have to go to commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Hey, Bobo, TD, cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 57th anniversary by giving us the gifts, about 10 of them. Because they got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I gonna book my flights now to go Galawantan this month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 11th. Other conditions apply. Book on CaymanAirways.com, our new mobile app, or call us on 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 57 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Time to take advantage of the August RAM water tank sale. Buy 2 600-gallon water tanks and get one free with 50% off shipping. Buy 2 1,000-gallon water tanks and get half off the third. Save on rising costs and help prevent erosion and flooding. RAM water tanks boast superior strength, made to withstand harsh conditions and impact resistance. Order your RAM water tank today. Call 925-3822. RAM water tanks, built to last a lifetime.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
start. Stop. That's how long it takes to react to a child crossing the street. How long would it take you to apply the brakes? How long would it take the parents to forgive you? How long would it take you to forgive yourself? Slow down. Save a life. Not only theirs, but your own. Texting, speeding, and ignoring safety rules can cost lives. Visit gov.ky/road safety to learn more and help keep our roads safe.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman is proud to continue to serve our island community. The club continues to host successful community projects like the Prostate and Colon Cancer Awareness Campaign, free site screening in schools, spelling bee, swim meets, and their community pantry. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman looks forward to continuing their service for many years to come. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, where there's a need, there's a lion, serving the community for over 50 years.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. We have about 40 minutes left to go in the show, 10 minutes before we go to our next commercial break, which would be our headline news at 2 o'clock. We do have a caller. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Okay, good afternoon again, Mr. Orrett Connor.
Good afternoon again.
Yes, would the person that built the first cement house in the Cayman Islands, or 3 islands, would that person be considered a national hero?
I would say if someone were bent on submitting an application for that person, that they could and make their argument to see whether or not, it would qualify.
Okay, because my grandfather, Mr. Charles Orrett, built the first cement house in the Cayman Islands. And I've never heard of it being in any history books concerning history of the Cayman Islands. An old man from East End did mention to me that him and 3 of his friends would come all the way from East End to West Bay just to look at that house. And I think it's something that should be written in the history books of the Cayman Islands, being the first cement house to be built in all 3 islands. And when it comes to the increase in mental health problems with our young people, do you think that it would be possible to invite Dr. Lockhart to come on your talk show to speak to us concerning something I think that is very important?
I'm sure that's possible. We can certainly extend the invitation, to him, and it would be up to him to accept, knowing, the passion that he has, in the subject area. I can see him, wanting to be out there, out front. Yeah.
Yes, I think it would be very good also for parents to hear what he has to say about it also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Do we have another caller on the landline as well, Ms. Susan? Let's go to the next caller. Someone is rejoining us. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon again, Mr. O.C.
Good afternoon again, sir.
You know how to call back,
Okay.
Mr. O.C., I don't know who disagree with me, but I say God is greatest. And I've been made to understand Cartel wrote a song about that, but God is greatest. Now,
did he write that one while in prison or out?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But, Mr. O.C., we can look to people, some of us look to people to solve our problems. But now, who is superior now? When you see that lightning striking you, and when you hear that thunder rolling and the earth shaking, and you see the great power of the sun, how that shine down on you and illuminate the place, and the goodness of the moon and the power of the wind. Ain't no man can do that. Now I believe and I know. So see, people might steal from me, they might do all they want to do and believe that they can sneak up and exalt themselves and try to empower themselves after that, I'm watching what's going on, But so see, I say God is greatest. God is greatest. I am watching what's going on. God is greatest. And I look to him. I don't care what they might want to say, and I don't business with the devil worshiper. If he want worship Satan, he worship Satan. But I believe in the power of God, and I love, well, you know what I love, Miss O.C.? When I hear some powerful thunder, and I see that lightning striking, Miss O.C., and boy, the power of the sun. Let me tell you. Miss O.C., let me tell you, Miss O.C., God is greatest. There is no man like God. And I know that is what I should look to and continue to look to whenever things go wrong. I will get the answers, Mr. O.C. You can get your answers in dreams and other ways. And God can solve all of these problems. No psychiatrist or no psychiatrist. He got to look to some other kind of power too, So he's not now. They need to also invite some men of God, and some women of God on the radio too, if they can put the psychiatrists on. And I would like the two of them, quite a few of them, to be there at the same time on Radio Cayman, so we can hear some stuff here today. You know what I mean, Mr. O.C.?
Got you.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, the powerful man of God and woman of God, let me tell you, when they start to talk and express wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on the radio, we don't only need it on Sunday. We need it Saturday, Sunday, and every day of the week. More of that, like what Miss Barnaby doing too. She's doing a great job on the radio with Miss Susan. But God is superior, Mr. O.C. I am sure about that.
Yes, no question.
Even the scientists and psychiatrists got to tell you, he has to say there is some power that is, well, he was just a little baby. That the psychiatrists and all these, they were little babies, so who brought them into this world and who looked out for them? They were guided and given wisdom to do their jobs, all the doctors. So God is superior. He is greatest of all. I am sure about that.
Got you. Thank you very much, caller. I want to read one WhatsApp message before we go to our headline news. So this person has said to us they agree mostly with what previous caller was saying. Person says that they were asked many years ago when they worked with government about this whole naming of national heroes, which I really disagreed with. I did a short paper, recommended that we instead honor/recognize distinguished Caymanians in various categories at that time as a start. So I want to thank that person for sharing that with me. And also to let you know that there is a National Heroes Law, 1998 revision. I believe that may be the latest iteration of it. It has a short title. It has a definition. Governor, except in Section 5, means governor in council. In our case now, of course, it would be governor in cabinet. Declaration of national heroes. The governor may, by proclamation, publish in the Gazette, declared a man or a woman he considers to have provided exceptional and outstanding service to the islands and the peoples of the islands to be a national hero. A man or woman may be proclaimed a national hero at any time during his or her life or at any time after his or her death. So our legislation allows a person to be proclaimed a national hero during their lifetime or posthumously, which is after his or her death as well. Going to the headline news. When we return, we're going to have less than half an hour to go in the show. I will peruse this piece of legislation to see if there's anything else that I can share with you. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
Government has officially opened a new dialysis unit at the West Bay Clinic. The Minister for Health says she and her government are dedicated to, quote, advancing quality and accessible health care for all. And this facility will, quote, greatly enhance the quality of life for patients in the district. France's largest wildfire for 75 years, which has burned through an area larger than Paris, will burn for several more days, even though it was thought to be brought under control. More than 2,000 firefighters and 500 firefighting vehicles continue to be deployed to the region, alongside Army personnel, according to officials. A woman has died and 13 others, including firefighters, have been injured, with 2 in critical condition since the fire broke out in southern France on Tuesday. The Secretary General in the area has been quoted as saying, quote, the fire is contained. And ChatGPT maker OpenAI has beaten Elon Musk's Grok in the final of a tournament to crown the best artificial intelligence chess player. Historically, tech companies have often used chess to assess the progress and abilities of a computer, with modern chess machines virtually unbeatable against even the top human players. But this competition did not involve computers designed for chess. Instead, it was held between AI programs designed for everyday use. OpenAI's O3 model emerged unbeaten in the tournament and defeated xAI's model Grok 4 in the final, adding fuel to the fire of an ongoing rivalry between the two firms. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. Phone lines open. One of our listeners has written and said, good afternoon. I'd appreciate if you'd mention this on your show. I really don't have any idea of the status of this. Just to say, I think that Lammy Seymour, I'm not sure of his surname, Lammy Seymour, should be given the title of a national hero in the music industry. And I want to thank that writer for that as well. So when we look at the legislation again, it also speaks to the fact that about tokens of recognition, and it says that notwithstanding any other law, the governor may, with money made available for the purpose of, by the Legislative Assembly, of course now Parliament, purchase, or in the case of Crown land, reserve any land and construct on it a park, garden, or place of peace or recreation dedicated as a token of recognition to a national hero or to national heroes. I guess that is that may have been done for the purposes of Hero Square in accordance with the resolution of the Legislative Assembly. Name the park, garden, or place of peace or recreation accordingly. The governor will provide for the subscription to and the production and erection of any monument, statue, plaque, memorial, or other token of recognition of any national hero. Governor may, and remember this is governor and cabinet, may specify by order published in the Gazette any day or other period as a day or period for the recognition of national heroes or national hero or national heroes, and we have that now. Name or rename any any public building, structure, or other crown property, or any place, locality, or physical or geopolitical feature in recognition of a national hero, and take such other action as the governor considers appropriate to recognize national heroes and their services to the islands and the people of the islands. And then in terms of the bestowing the award, the governor may in person honor a national hero or the memory of a national hero at a public ceremony where the governor shall bestow upon the national hero or a person appearing on behalf of the national hero an award or other recognition of the national hero's service to the islands and the people of the islands. Then it talks about how you can declaration can be revoked, offenses under the legislation, and this was published in revised form, authorized by the Governor and Council 16th day of June 1998. Whether or not we have anything that supersedes this piece of legislation, I am not sure. Now, there's something I want to share with you, and I'm going to do this even if we have any calls on hold. We hear the announcements and the fact that yesterday Cayman Airways celebrated their 57th anniversary here, of existence in the Cayman Islands. Folks, we went through a lot to get where we are today. Lots of trials and tribulations. In the trade winds on Thursday, September the 22nd, 1966, there was an article that spoke about the fact that BWIA, British West Indies Airways, which was the regional carrier at the time, the question mark, BWIA schedule inadequate. The article says that tourist business here may be shocked right in the teeth because of an island hopper flight schedule offered by BWIA, the Cayman Islands Hotel Owners Association, has charged. John Hatch, president of the association, and I will remind you that Mr. John Hatch was the owner of the Beach Club Colony, for those of you who may not know that. John has come lately. John Hatch, president of the association, said a delegation will be sent to Trinidad headquarters of BWIA to protest the schedule, which would, he said, cut down the number of seats available to Cayman visitors. Folks, That tells us that we were being held hostage by another airline. Thank God for Cayman Airways. Those are my words. At a luncheon meeting Tuesday, the hotel owners voted to send Mr. Robert Brenton. His name was known as, most people call him Bob Brenton, and he ran Cayman Kai area up there, right, of Cayman Kai. So to negotiate with BWIA officials to revise the winter schedule. It is understood that the acting administrator, Mr. Desmond Watler, and Mr. Eric Bergstrom, who was the head of the tourist board, have been asked to accompany Mr. Brenton. Mr. Hatch charged that the present airline schedule, with its numerous stops and previously allotted seats, will make it difficult to transport tourists here. It's a lousy schedule, Mr. Hatch said, adding, "We aren't getting our fair share of seats." The schedule in question, which is available now at BWIA offices here, lists Grand Cayman as the second stop in a series of 7. The flights would leave Miami, stop at Grand Cayman, thence to Kingston, San Juan, St. Lucia, Barbados, and Port of Spain. 2 weeks ago, BWIA announced a curtailment of the regular Saturday scheduled flight from Miami, but said the new jet service would supply more seats when it was instituted in December. We understand that they're having crew problems, and we're willing to go along with that, Mr. Hatch said. We would like to see the service back to 3 Viscounts in November, but certainly after December, we must have the jet and adequate use of it. So you had the Viscount. I guess that would have been a prop aircraft. And then, of course, you had the jet as well. Charging that Cayman Islands may not be allotted enough seats, Mr. Hatch noted that more beds than ever will be available here for the tourist trade this season. Folks, remember now, this is in 1966. The solution, he said, would be for BWIA to run a shuttle service from Miami, even for a limited number of days during the tourist season. This would serve us, providing there was an adequate hookup with Jamaica. So, folks, do you understand what we had to endure in those early days? One can therefore see why it became necessary for our national hero, James Manoa Barton, the visionary, for us to create our own airline. And as a result of that, folks, we no longer have to rely on someone else and our tourism product, our ability to not only transport our tourists here, but our Caymanians and our Caymanian residents as well. Ability to transport them here and to get them out of here when danger lurks as well. We've come a long way, baby, and we certainly don't need to go back there again. Let's take a commercial break. We do have a caller, but we want to make this our last break. Please stay tuned. Talk today. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, Bobo, Tiri, cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 57th anniversary by giving us the gifts, about 10 of them, because they got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I go and book my flights now to go Galawantan this month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 11th. Other conditions apply. Book on CaymanAirways.com, our new mobile app, or call us on 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 57 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Hungry? Need Subway any time of the day?
Yeah.
We've got you covered. Subway at Anderson Square, Centennial Towers, and Countryside Shopping Village is open 24/7, serving up fresh, delicious subs anytime you need them. And for your weekend cravings, West Shore Center is also open 24 hours on Friday nights and until 1 a.m. on Saturdays, because it's never too late for a great meal. Skip the line and order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app, or get your favorites delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Fresh, fast, and always here when you need us. Subway. Eat fresh.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments from August 11 to 16 at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email dr.portercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That is 946-9020.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. We're in the last leg of the show this afternoon. We have one caller on hold, but before we go to the caller, one of our listeners has shared with me that Minister Michael Miles, Member of Parliament representing Prospect, that he has established or set up a district council for Prospect as well. That is good to know. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Oh, I see. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you doing?
Not too bad.
Getting an echo from you.
I don't know. Are you hearing it better now?
Yeah, better. You're not on the speakerphone, are you?
Better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Couple of things. I just got the whole weigh in on the national hero thing.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with Brenda about the criteria. You know what I mean? Not saying that people who have served and done, shouldn't be honored or recognized. But a national hero, in my opinion, is somebody who has gone even beyond, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Whose efforts and works have even at personal, loss to provide or to do and create for the betterment an enhancement of the country, the people, wherever it is. And it's not to be taken lightly. Like I hear somebody with all very good intentions. I know that person, talking about Lama. Lama is my good friend. Lama is an excellent musician. But, like that, no, that really wouldn't, to me in my book, cut it, But, like I said, I think that whatever marks we have, whatever standards or criteria we have, could be looked at and taken up a bit because, in my opinion, out of the 14 that we have, we could shave that down to maybe 4 or 5. Maybe less than that, but I would say, somewhere around. Because, like I said, it to me, a national hero is you have to have gone over and beyond, in terms of whatever it is.
Yes.
Sacrifice and service for your people,
Yeah, it has to be extraordinary, really.
Extraordinary, really. So, and like she said, no discredit or, disrespect to those who have been chosen. Those people have served well and have done, well. But I mean, to me, the national hero one is you'd have to, take it to another level.
Now, Sorry. What about the view that civil servants shouldn't be selected as national heroes? Because you have some exceptional civil servants, and you have civil servants who, while we have rules and stuff like that, they are also allowed to be, innovative as well and come up with good ideas. Not all of the ideas that come up are formulated by elected officials.
Oh, something. Oh, see, to me, it shouldn't be any kind of discrimination against civil servants. But once the person has done the work, once that person has gone beyond in whatever area they are, And the thing is in Cayman, because you were mentioning the fact, we don't have trade unions, because in a lot of countries, you had, especially in the 30s and the 40s, Caribbean, where that was the forming of the labor unions that brought a lot of progress to the average worker, and they had to go through hell and high water and take plenty licks physically and personally.
Yeah. Some of them were incarcerated and everything else for their activities.
And all that kind of stuff. We never had that, So in lieu of that, I mean, our civil servants over the years have been, the stalwart people, because back in the day when Cayman was just like backwater, being run by, as a dependence of Jamaica through the British government, but they just lumped us in with Jamaica to save themselves money and having to pay extra civil servants to come out to, our little backwater. It was many of those old civil servants that, had to do the work and deal with a lot of hardships and stuff. So I don't have any qualms about that. But I think that it should be, people who have gone extraordinarily beyond in whatever endeavor, whether it's politics or in the civil servants or in the public service or whatever, But that's how I see it, and I think we need to, I don't know what the criteria are, what the standards are, but maybe we could look at it and make sure. And I agree with Bermuda, like every so often, you don't do this thing every year because you have a Heroes Day celebration. That don't mean that you have to have a new hero every year, every year. You know what I mean? Yeah. If there's nobody that meets the criteria, then so be it. We honor those that have done, And you see, like Bermuda, you had 25 people, and I'm sure those people were, honorable heart, people deserving, and none of them met the criteria. I mean, it's like, for example, Jamaica been trying to get Bob Marley as national hero for years, and Bob is an international icon, and he still can't cut the grade, So, that's my take on it.
Yeah, caller, I had always, and my argument in the past when we did, a flurry of national heroes at one point in time was that we had a lot of catching up to do. Now, when I said catching up, I didn't mean in terms of the numbers when we compare ourselves to other jurisdictions, and, we're way up there now. It's certainly past Bermuda in that regard. But it was something that we had never done in the past.
Exactly.
So,
we had to honor those that we thought were
right, yes.
And that's it. I mean, compared population size, to many countries in the world, I believe we probably got more national heroes per capita than most places.
Quite possibly, yep.
Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, I just, I don't get too often to get the call on the shows because most times I'm at work or, on the road or something.
Okay.
So that's why I'm able to.
See, if you had a union and you had your union delegate there, you could have your union advocate and put in your contract on the job that time should be given for you to be able to listen to Radio Cayman, and in particular for the record or talk today.
Anyway, and one last one was
sure,
just for edification. The word VISCOUNT is Viscount.
Viscount, yes, yeah. Thank you.
I remember the whole BWIA, the Viscount.
Yeah, that's a French word. French, yeah, it's French.
Yeah, French. Mm-hmm. Yeah. French is a funny language. They drop a lot in.
But most of us, of course, and when I was pronouncing it, I realized it. But I say, people they're gonna recognize it. Those older folks, if I say Viscount as opposed to Viscount, because we used to pronounce it as Viscount.
As they anglicize it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, brother.
All right. Well, thanks. For the conversation, and have a good and safe weekend. As well.
You as well.
Thank you very much. One more thing before we go. I think I had found another article about the Lehman Scott High School in the BRAC. Hopefully I can find that and share with you. So it had to do with here it is. So that was the first one that I shared with you, was in April of 1966, 26th of April or 28th of April 1966. And then on the 20th of May 1966, Mr. Keith Parker Tibbetts Jr. Again reported on the fact that the construction was progressing. And he says, work is progressing rapidly on the construction of the Cayman BRAC Secondary Modern School, as the above photograph attests. Secondary Modern School, as the a two-sack cement mixer. 1966, you had a mixer that could only mix 2 sacks at a time for pouring the foundation of the main building was poured. The foundation was poured that week. In the picture below, 10,000-gallon cistern is being poured at the home site of Dr. Johnson at Saltwater Pond. On the south side, an American Dr. Johnson's house is being erected directly in the path of the old public road. The road, however, has not been used for several years, and a new road is being built nearer to the pond. And it shows photographs of that as well. I believe you have a caller. That's going to be our last caller. Good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. You got to make it very quickly. Good afternoon, caller.
Oh, see, just to say this, two things quickly. Yes, the Viscount was a small 4-engine British turboprop. Turboprop. And for them, a small 4-engine plane, a little plane. And then had a much bigger one, the VC-10, the VC-10, the British. I think the same company, Bristol Aircraft Company in England. And you do have Viscount as a title, but the British too, I believe. About the same kind. The question was, when you said the governor would appoint the person who was hero, or maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, well, I shared before that the definition of governor, which is governor in cabinet, in council at that time, because the legislation was 1998. It would be now governor in cabinet.
But so, does it give the governor any power to decide whether that person does not reach the standard of what we call hero, or
no?
I didn't understand.
Not the governor in personal capacity. The cabinet would decide whether or not a person would be named a national hero.
In other words, I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
It's a national hero for Cayman. Why would the governor have to have any part to play in this? I just thought. But then again,
it is not governor. It's governor in cabinet, meaning when they refer to governor in cabinet, it is because the governor presides over cabinet.
Over cabinet, yes, understood.
Nowadays we say cabinet. We no longer use that terminology. Yeah.
I just wondered about that, still. I guess anyhow it's the whole colonialistic thing.
Yep.
And, we have to do that the best we can along with it. We are British Crown territory or overseas territory, but pretty much the same thing. But I just wondered about that, if the governor himself would have anything to say. I'm gathering. So I gathered I misunderstood them. Just think of it that way.
Okay, caller. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you very much.
On Monday, I'll try to get in God's willing.
Yes, a little bit earlier. Thank you.
I wanted to say.
Okay. I want to thank all of those who participated as well. I say to you, continue to enjoy your day. Have a great weekend. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.